Everyone, welcome back. It is Monday, January 6th, I believe it is, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about cover crops. As any of you guys that watch the channel know, we cover crop some of our fields and some of them we don't, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about that right now. This, any of you guys that also watch the channel know that this is our pumpkin patch. It's a 5-acre pumpkin patch. It's been in pumpkins for the past 2 years. It will not be in pumpkins this year. It'll probably be in sweet corn this year. So that's what we're looking at. But we came in here on pumpkins. It took us, of course, we're picking them all the way up through October. So we're coming in 1st of November, and we sowed our winter rye. And you can see what kind of stand we've got. Now, some of the benefits for a cover crop is prevent soil erosion, to add nutrients to the soil by organic matter, and to just overall improve the soil health by keeping keeping the soil from fighting compaction, winter compaction. Now, as you can see, what kind of stand we got here. We have one other field that has a little better stand, but this is typical. And the reason is, in our area and the cropping system we're using, some of the crops that we have that don't come out of the field till fall, late fall, is we don't get them seeded in time to get a good stand. Now, there's enough there to prevent erosion, and there will be very minute benefits as far as organic matter. Basically, it just ain't going to grow enough. Now, if we plow this late, if we don't plow this on up into April or May, of course the winter rye or winter wheat will be quite a bit bigger. But we will plow this. We will start plowing almost immediately as soon as the ground gets dry. The reason is the clay content in this soil. If we don't get plowed early and allow the freeze-thaw cycle to happen somewhat, it is very hard to work up. It gets cloddy. So here is a field we've cover cropped. Now, the benefits of the cover crop are, of course, like I said, erosion, etc., etc., etc. We will also look at a field that was not cover cropped, and we'll compare the amount of organic matter that we'll get from it. So keep in mind, by cover cropping this, we have the expense of the seed and 2 trips over at tillage to prep the ground, and then of course incorporate it in, because we don't use a drill. We use a broadcast incorporate method. So we'll stop and look at another field that was not cover cropped. So hang on. Okay. So here's a corn patch that nothing has been done to other than just mowed off. And you can see we got quite a bit of winter annuals growing in here. The winter annuals work as a cover crop to some extent. They prevent erosion, and you're getting some minute amount of organic matter to turn back in. Now, if you just look at the field as a whole, there's not a whole lot of difference in the two. The reason I'm making this video is I've done a couple on why we cover crop some fields and why we don't cover crop others. It's a lot of it's based on timing. If we get the crop out of the field early enough, a cover crop is very beneficial. If you can get the cover crop in early enough to where it produces enough organic matter to benefit, then we try to do it. If it's not, if the timing don't work out, it is actually better for us not to cover crop. Let me get in the truck here. The creek, you may not be able to hear me. Sorry about that. It may benefit us not to cover crop for the simple reason of expense. Basically, I ran over that one time with a bush hog. and that's all I've done to it. The pumpkin patch, I ran over it with a bush hog, ran over it with a disc, went over and broadcasted the seed, went back over it with the disc. Cost of the seed, a couple trips. Now, I am no way bashing cover crops, don't get me wrong. I think a lot of times when I've done the cover crop videos on why we do and why we don't, I thought I'd do one to actually show the differences. So that's I hope that kind of explains why we cover crop some fields, why we don't cover crop some fields. At the end of the day, like anything in farming, what best fits your situation. Blanket statements that cover crops are always the way to go would be incorrect in my opinion. That's my opinion. But a lot of times in farming, we get those blanket statements that you need to do this regardless. Well, yes, there are, like I said, there's benefits to cover crops. Sometimes the natural cover crop is just as beneficial as going in and seeding one. Your situation, you may be able to drill a cover crop in. There may be government programs or whatever you're getting benefits from. Landowner may require it, whatever. So, I'm not opposed to cover crops. It's just I'm trying to explain that if you look at your farm, all aspects of what works best for you in your operation, your situation, your soil, and the crops that you're growing, you'll be better for it in the long run. And that's across every aspect of your operation. That's my opinion. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button, hit that little notification bell. See a video you like, hit that thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. If you have a question or comment, please do so. And until next time, take care of yourself. I hope this video kind of explains some of the other cover crop videos that we've done in the past. So take care. Bye.